The game is fun. The game is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother? Why do you play video games? What do you play Destiny 2 for? Success in adversity, overcoming the impossible. You can rarely do that outside video games. But in a virtual space, it's less consequential. Here's why I play it. I play D2 PvP for how impossible it is to predict and counter. I can hardly explain how much joy I get out of prevailing when I play however I want, especially when I handicap myself, shooting myself in the foot when traversing a chaotic hellscape. That is the Crucible. That is the Crucible. Hell, I don't even use an optimal weapon roll. I just think that every other version of it is kind of boring. With every broken meta that comes along, I do the same thing, and it feels kinda good. I agree that the game sucks right now, but we can't do anything about it. We can't force Bungie to act unless we stop playing their game. And even if that's becoming more true, nobody wants to stop playing D2. So there is only one way. What I'm about to say is going to be hard to accept, but it's true. It's a mentality that is really hard to adopt when all you think about is winning, when in reality, having fun isn't all about winning. You always have an option. You're getting graviton spiked. Play angles differently. Always stay near a piece of cover you can't get pushed out of. If you can't do that, don't peek. Don't stay in one place, you'll get ability spammed. Jump in the air more often with cover next to you. Fall into cover from the air instead of falling out in the open. Play your special meter bearer so that you can run up to their face and shotgun them. Don't peek the same lane, the same way, a second time. Don't peek after they kill your teammate unless they call out 1 HP. Put on the same loadout or take off shotguns and play your distance. Is the other person using a double glaive melee loadout? Shotgun them, slug them, shotgun knife them, stay at least at SMG distance of them. They'll just run at you and they need 20 meters before they can do anything to you anymore. You can counter with your playstyle or your loadout, always. And if a gun or an ability is an unstoppable force, cool. Instead of despairing, you can instead consider this a fucking awesome moment. You're fighting something impossible to beat. You can think about winning, but do it in a fun way. Consider this a fucking anime fight. Why not? It's a video game. Imagine how you feel not if you play to win. Imagine how you'd feel if you win instead. If you try winning having fun. Not if you win using off-meta loadouts. That's not my point. Imagine if you win having fun. Oh my god, that's amazing. Can anyone do that anymore? Anyone at all? If not, then why the fuck did you fire up the game today? Anyway, adopting this mentality has helped me realize that I'm having fun, because to me every fight is an anime fight, and truthfully I love the way this sucks, because I am better, I am good enough, I'm having fun, I will prevail. I used to play a lot of competitive or survival. Back when you had to reach legend rank in comp 3 consecutive seasons to achieve the Unbroken title, Unbroken. It meant a lot to me. I think it meant more than flawless in trials. I think I already had that title. In my mind and through my personal experiences, Unbroken was the ultimate title in Destiny 2. I even remember watching Kamikaze's video on beating Destiny 2 on a free-to-play account, and his definition of beating Destiny 2 was achieving the Unbroken title. And I felt very inspired to try my hardest to achieve that title as a beginning player. Playing in the comp playlist back then gave me psychic damage countless times. Losing was extremely punishing because of the way the comp point system was made to punish you for losing and not maintaining a winning streak. And I was losing a lot. I was generally outmatched and outplayed in most situations because I was new at the game. But somehow I liked it because I felt that I was improving, and fighting against what were seemingly unstoppable forces felt like that was shaping my mental to be stronger, or unbroken. How cool could it be if I obtained that title through all that adversity? Yeah, I felt like a weakling, and I enjoyed the concept of fighting unstoppable forces as a weakling. Back then, the meta wasn't as bad as it is now, but it was still very bad, because as usual, there always were predominantly powerful metas that made the experience of playing PvP somewhat genuinely excruciating. At the time, I thought it couldn't get worse than that. It's very interesting to see that it actually did. Every single expansion became more painful. Around that time, my username was Spider, simply because I really liked jumping spiders in real life. I like the way they hunt. Even though the jumping spider's hunting style is more naturally close to a Titan gameplay, I chose to be a hunter mainly due to the class description. At the time, First, you couldn't queue comp without a fire team, without a 3-stack. Later on, you could queue in a playlist of solos only. Back then, I was still learning to get better in PvP. My overall KD was improving, and I was around 0.7 to 1.0 KD. Combining my learning curve of the game with the prevailing metas that in some cases I didn't have access to, I had a very hard time. Based on popular belief, it was not a fun experience. Back then, it was encouraged that you'd find a fire team to get fairer matches. Whenever I would play with a fire team, I had a better time. However, because I didn't have confidence in myself, in my mind as a new player, I always assumed that I was being carried. Therefore, I tried to play solo as much as I could, solely because I felt bad for being carried and also because I wanted to improve my game sense. I constantly refused to use the meta, not because I wanted to be special. My stats would never allow me to feel good about being special. But I was doing this just because I didn't have fun using what everyone else did. Because if I'm not playing the game for fun, then I'm not playing a video game. I always wanted to offer something unique to the meta, to a community, through a unique playstyle. I gave up on being a pro player with competitive stats when I saw that I couldn't increase them without using the meta. And I was inherently extremely stubborn with my gameplay. And I still am. I eventually became experienced enough to choose my own playstyle, my own loadout, and later on March 5th, 2024, when everything about my playstyle was nerfed or completely disregarded, the following months, I still played my loadout. I still played the same weapon I used to play. Even though it was much harder, it took much more skill, it took much more effort, and I was still being just as persecuted for it, just as harassed for it. I still played it, and it benefited me. I became better at my own loadout, at my own playstyle, because I was put at a major disadvantage for the span of a few months 5 to 6 years ago. I have always considered the competitive playlist a place where I can train to overlook bullshit obstacles for difficult situations that the game can throw at me. At the same time, fight through my own shortcomings and scrub mentality. I changed and became the player I am today. I am Mazokumo. Mazokumo. Remember that. And before anyone says I am taking this too seriously, it's a video game. I'm not taking this seriously. I'm allowed to imagine and think whatever I want. This is the prime environment where I'm allowed to do that. It's a sandbox, a playground. You take the game too seriously when you wish death and call other players heinous things for playing for fun. If some people are allowed to do that, I'm allowed to think anything I want about myself, to have fun in a video game. Ask yourself, what do you play the game for? I asked myself this when Graviton spiked and the new Spreadshot hand cannons came out. And I realized I don't want to mindlessly switch those weapons just because they're meta. That's so unfun and lame. So I said fuck it. I want to use one of the worst primaries for PvP in the game. I left in it and I had success with it. I put on a double bow loadout and I had success with it. I chose to have fun. I went flawless. Even though it was painful as hell, I had fun. And I can say that. That's why I play the game. That's why I play Trials 4 in this painful ass time.
Coming, they're both coming.
Our match is getting fucked by Glaives. Yeah, this is unfortunate. I don't know how to break this.
Behind you, behind.
Don't have to lose.
No, them kids are fucking useless. Like, what?
Yeah, one's a 0.9. It's just a god with that build, I guess.
Do the 360? I'm gonna grab this special and then I'm gonna grapple in.
I'll grapple with you. I'll grapple with you.
Hold on. Let me do some damage. I'm grappling.
Got a pick.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, I took your.
Good guy. Can you see?
Oh, we're just gonna stay here until they decide to push. Like now.
Good shit. Look, Colton. He's one shot.
How did we all nearly died when we were picking them off one by one? Oh, I like when I am proven right, when I make this work and people don't expect it.
I feel like this guy might cheat.
Fandom.
Yeah.
Lightweights suck really hard. Okay, let me put this into perspective. Titan, Void, Overshield, Warlock, Rift, Overshield. You can't do anything against that with a lightweight bow. You just can't.
So dead.
You see that? You're dead. You can do anything.
One hit for you. Nice.